Hello everybody, what's up? It's Fern. Thank you so much for joining me for another Plenty video. So it is the end of the month. Actually, it's the last day of the month. I'm not even gonna lie. We're cutting it real close. We're cutting it real close with a lot of things around here lately. I have been actually, I'm going to give a little bit of a life/mental health update before we get into my favorites of the month. Okay, so I have been MIA from a lot of different areas of my life actually this summer. I have not been posting on YouTube nearly as regularly as I normally do. I've pretty much abandoned Instagram. I'm so rarely posting on there now, and that's partly because Instagram has just changed so much, and partly because of what I've been going through. But in general, I just feel like very disconnected, I guess, is the best way to put it, and unmotivated. I have not been able to like apply myself to creating content like I used to. Not that I've ever been amazing at it, but you know what I mean. And I just wanted to give a little bit of an explanation for that so that I'm not posting like, oh, sorry, I'm not gonna be posting for the next week, or sorry, I haven't posted in a week, or I just want to let y'all know what has been going on with me. So I've been open about the fact that I've struggled with depression and anxiety for like years, my whole adult life, and probably even earlier than that without even knowing. And it's always been like manageable in the sense that I can still live my daily life. But as of this summer, I've started having panic attacks, which is a whole other ball game. I did not recognize the gravity of what comes along with panic attacks and what panic attacks are until I experienced it for myself. I don't want this to be a dramatic video, and I feel like I'm being dramatic, but it honestly has probably been the hardest and scariest thing I've been through. So I've had 3 like proper panic attacks this summer, and that's one thing on its own. But following each of those events comes a whole host of symptoms that last for several days afterwards. Brain fog being a really big one, and being one that makes it really hard for me to just like live my life and film and work, and just like the constant fear of having another panic attack. Anyways, so that's what I've been going through the past couple months. I wasn't even gonna share. Okay, I need to get a freaking Kleenex or something. So as I was saying, I wasn't going to even mention this. I was just gonna do a regular favorites of the month video, but I just felt so inauthentic to come on here and just put a smile on and ignore everything that I'm feeling. And then also, this isn't fun if I'm just like playing a character or playing a role. Like, I really want to be able to be myself and connect with you guys. And also just the whole thing of like talking about things more and normalizing things and being open with conversations, which I do think is really important because it has really helped me to talk about it with people. And also going through this, the positive, I think that there's several positives that I've gleaned from going through this, but one of them is definitely having a new sense of empathy and compassion for other people. I do not wish this feeling upon anyone, and my heart just truly goes out to anyone struggling with mental health. I know it sounds, okay, you can hear my kettle boiling, but I know it sounds so cliche to say that you're not alone, but just knowing that I'm not alone makes me feel a lot better, so I want other people to know that they're not alone too. Anyways, I don't want to like worry anybody. I am okay. I have been challenged and I have been struggling, but I'm okay, and I'm doing a lot of things that I know are going to put me in a better place, and I'm going to come out even stronger on the other side of this. So I know it's going to be okay. Anyways, I've already rambled on more than I thought I was going to, so I just wanted to give that kind of mental health update, I guess. Oh, my water's boiled. I got a new kettle and it's the actual best thing ever. I have been drinking so much tea lately. I have like 8 mugs in my sink right now. It's absurd. Okay, so now we are going to get into the plants, which is nice relaxing plant chatting time. Sign me up. Okay, they're all surrounding me, if you haven't noticed. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna start with the one that has been like my obsession lately. This is probably my star child of this summer. This is my Philodendron Splendid, and I cannot believe how much this plant has grown. Like, it honestly shocks me to think that less than a year ago, this started from a cutting that was like this big. Like, this was the size of the leaves. It was so tiny. If you haven't seen my Botanicas unboxing video from last September, that's when I unboxed this plant. You can even see like some of the old, that one has a bunch of dirt on it, but some of the old leaves, how tiny they were. Yeah, this is probably my favorite philodendron of the moment for sure. It honestly grows so fast. This new leaf just unfurled within the past week. It is huge. That's compared to my hand. It is actually turning into a big plant. It has several different vines growing up, and I've just kind of secured them with my little dragonfly clips, which is so cute. It's on my DIY moss pole, as you can see, which I'm happy with. A lot of my DIY poles I'm like not a fan of, and I'm probably going to be phasing out, but that's the thin ones. The ones that I've actually made to be like thicker like this, I'm really happy with. They work really well. It's very sturdy, whereas my other ones are very like topsy-turvy, and I'm probably going to be switching a lot of those plants onto different moss poles, either my Trifolia or the thickly ones, which I'm going to talk about more at the end. But yeah, as far as my DIY poles, I honestly think this is like probably my best one. And this guy obviously seems to love it. He has been growing. Oh yeah, and I took him out of the IKEA greenhouse cabinet a couple months ago, and literally seamless transition. I just took him out one day. I didn't do anything to like ease the transition at all. I just took him out. He adapted so quickly. Like, he did not miss a beat. Nothing negative came of that. I don't even think he slowed down growing. He just kept pushing out new leaves. And yeah, here we are today. I just love the dark foliage, so beautiful. Oh my goodness. It's truly so beautiful. If you want to get a philodendron hybrid and you don't know which one to get, I'm telling you, Splendid is a good one. Okay, he can just stay here for the rest of the video. Ooh, next I'm going to talk about this one. Okay. For some reason, I keep wanting to call this Philodendron camposportoanum, and I've been doing that for like a few weeks now, and I have no idea why. But this is Philodendron subhastatum, and I've really been wanting to highlight this plant for a while now, actually, because it's really just taken off ever since I propagated and repotted all of the cuttings together. It's such a full plant now. I love the shiny leaves on this guy. Mine could actually probably use a wash. I should use my Sacred Leaf tonic. My favorite thing about this plant, and the reason that I especially appreciate it in the summer, is that when the sun hits the leaves, you can see through them and you can see the red backs shine through, and it just looks so cool. Yeah, this is what the backs of the leaves look like on this guy. Like, how pretty is that? It's just gorgeous. I actually have a variegated version of this plant, which we discovered together in one of my last videos when we went through my IKEA Millsbow wide. I could not figure out what this little plant was for the life of me. Should I show you it actually? Maybe we can give a little update on that plant since it's sitting right in front of me. Okay, it's thirsty. I need to do watering today, but this is what my little variegated one looks like. It's a very strange variegation. I don't even know like what I would call this type of variegation. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. I'm very eager to see what this looks like when it grows more. However, I did see a comment of someone saying that the variegation goes away as these get larger, or it gets like fainter or something, and it's already pretty faint, so I hope that it stays. But yeah, this is the little variegated one I have. It's actually pretty cute. I was so close to throwing it away because I thought it was unwell, but I kept it and she lives on. Anyways, yeah, subhastatum, I feel like people don't love it enough. I would definitely say it's beginner friendly and it grows quickly, so yeah, and also easy to propagate. This propagated like a dream when I cut it up. So yeah, I'm just really happy with how this plant has been looking lately. I don't know why this leaf looks like it has like spider mite damage on it. It's that time of year where I'm like feeling relaxed because I haven't seen pests in a while. And then one day I'm just gonna wake up and there's gonna be a huge outbreak because we're going into fall, and that's always when it happens for me. So note to self and note to y'all, we all need to spray our plants down. Okay, next we are going to talk about Miss Philodendron camposportoanum herself. So this is mine. I don't know if I'm going to be able to even fit the whole... There we go. Yeah, as you can see, she is a bit of a beast. She has really filled out this moss pole. This is actually 2 moss poles. This is another good moss pole, actually. It's the thick one again. So there's the base one that I started with, and then I added 1 extension onto here. Actually pretty much exactly the same as my, a little shorter than my Splendid, but very sturdy nonetheless. I love this philodendron, and you don't really see them super often, so I'll show you guys a close-up of what she's been looking like. So she's finally starting to get a more mature leaf shape, which I'm very excited about. Like, check this one out. That is so cool. The leaves actually have like a fish shape, the mature leaf shape. It's interesting because like on some of them half of the leaf looks like that and then half like doesn't so much. Like, look at that. It's like asymmetrical. It's so bizarre. This is an extremely fast growing philodendron, very easygoing, like as far as growing it outside of a cabinet or anything. Like, I don't supplement with humidity. I don't do anything special for this plant. She doesn't get stuck leaves or anything like that, which is really nice to not have to worry about that. And yeah, she really just doesn't demand a lot from me at all. I love the variation of color in the leaves. Like, they can be anywhere from like a dark deep green, which some of them down here are like that, to a lighter green, to more of an orange that shows in the new leaves that are coming out, which is really cool. Has a bit of a sheen to it. I wouldn't say it's super velvety, but it's a little velvety. Like, it definitely has like that kind of like sparkly sheen to it. I think she's just fabulous, and I'm so excited to watch her like fully come into that mature leaf shape. I guess I'm gonna add another extension to this. Like, she's almost at the top. Same with my Splendid, actually. I guess I'm gonna have to make 2 more extensions because yeah, this one especially is like right at the top. Okay, next I wanted to put my Monstera adansonii in here, and I know that I just featured this video in like my last video, I think, my common plants, my favorite common plants video, but it was on my list for my August favorites. I keep just like an ongoing list of plants that really stand out to me during the month on my little whiteboard thing on my fridge, and this was on the list, so I have to talk about it. She's just really filling out, and every time I pick her up to water her, I'm just admiring her, and I'm like, oh my goodness, like, this plant is absolutely gorgeous. We have the new leaf coming in right there. I need to repot her, so I think I'm gonna do another repot with me video soon because I actually have a lot of plants. I need orchid pots really badly, and I was gonna order some online and then I didn't, so I don't know, maybe I'm gonna have to check around locally and see if I can track some down. But yeah, I really need orchid pots. This I'm probably gonna put in terracotta, but for my other plants that I need to repot, like my Amydrium, I want clear orchid pots, so I need to get that sorted. But yeah, like I said in my last video, if you've seen it, I was saying that I think I'm gonna grow this out to be trailing. I'm really into, I guess because I've got so many plants that are climbing right now, I'm like feeling myself being more pulled towards growing plants trailing, or just growing them to be like bushy and full and not worrying about having them climbing or giving them a moss pole or anything. So I think that is going to be the vibe for this one. And I'm doing the same thing with my Monstera Peru. I've actually taken it off of the moss pole and I'm trying to grow it trailing now, so it's going to be an interesting journey. But I know for sure adansonii does okay trailing because I've grown them as trailing before, so yeah, I'm excited about it because it just gives such a cool look to your space. Look at that shade of green. It is just so good. And that, since it's a cutting of my original adansonii, it just brings back a lot of warm memories, and it also reminds me of when I was transferring the big mother plant onto that big moss pole, and I had that like glitch in my brain in the video where I was just staring at the camera. It's very like firm, heavy duty plastic, so So I think it's gonna work well for like a really sturdy moss pole. I think that I also will link everything below. I think this is what, that's probably one of my like favorite YouTube moments of all time. It's so funny. Okay, who else do we have? Who else do we have? Oh, okay, my Amydrium. Oh my gosh, this is one of the moss poles that is going to be replaced soon because holy crap, this is so unstable. I have a crystal in the pot like trying to stabilize the moss pole, but it is not as effective as it needs to be. Okay, so this is my Amydrium medium silver, which, oh my goodness, this is another one that really has just taken off this summer, and oh my gosh, even just looking at her on the screen, I cannot believe how far we have come. So this is the newest leaf up here, as you can see, and okay, so this was the last, or wait, which one was the last one? This one. This was the last one, which is massive, and I was so shook when this came out. I could not believe how big it was. It is stunning, amazing, but then this one came out, and look at the fenestrations! Oh my gosh, it is so fenestrated compared to the last one, so it just really, really excites me. I've said it before, if you like Philodendron and Monstera, I think that you'll really like this plant, and it's something just a little bit different. I find it to be pretty easy care. I water it and treat it just like my Monstera and Philodendron. It's made me really intrigued to try out other Amydriums, so maybe I will add another one from that genus into my collection again. Again, the brain fog, you guys, I'm telling you. Anyways, I don't have much else to say about this plant. I feel like I've shared it a few times this summer, but I just cannot believe how many new leaves I've gotten, especially for like a big leafed plant. Usually I would only get like one leaf every like month or two on a plant that's giving me this size of leaves, but she was giving me, I think she was giving me 3 leaves at once actually. Like these new ones were all kind of coming out at the same time, which just blew my mind. So yeah, anyways, that's her. Amazing. Okay, so last but not least is my beautiful Syngonium albo. Now, I cannot believe how tall, actually I'm gonna have to back up and stand up to show you the full size of this thing. Okay, so I still don't know if we're gonna be able to show the whole thing, but she's very, very tall, as you can see, and she's already reached, I put her on this new trellis, and she's already reached the top of it. You can see this new leaf coming out right there, and she's got new leaves coming constantly, like all over on this plant. Oh my goodness, there's one that's like all white coming out right here. Yeah, she honestly has just been growing like a beast. I think that I need to repot this plant soon because this trellis isn't very stable in this pot. I think I need a wider pot because it's kind of like being pushed together in this one. But yeah, my battery is gonna die, but I don't really have too much to say, honestly. I mostly just wanted to show you guys like how massive she is. I've already given a close-up of her leaves recently, so... Okay, my battery did indeed die, but yes, Syngonium albo was my last plant for my favorites. Okay, so as far as my favorite Planty products for the month, I wanted to highlight my Thickly Grow Pole because I'm just so happy with how this looks. So they are just like the closed back. It's completely clear, which is very cool, but it's closed back and then it has the grid on the front for your plant to root into and grow into the moss. As you can see, I just have a little baby Melanochrysum cutting on here so far, and it hasn't really done anything yet, I don't think. I'm hoping to get a new leaf soon. This needs to be watered. Oh yeah, it's quite dry. That is probably why it's not doing much. But yeah, I'm really trying to size up my Melanochrysum, so I'm giving these poles a try. This is very sturdy. The way that I put it in this pot is I filled the bottom with my potting mix and pushed it down like almost to the bottom, so it's really in there. But yeah, the aesthetic of this is just gorgeous. I love the way it looks, and I think that my plants are really gonna like it too. These stay moist for way longer than like my DIY moss poles, which is really nice. And I love how much surface area there is on the front for the plant to grow into. Like there's really big holes, which I like. I recently made an Instagram reel about this and it kind of ended up getting a lot of views, and whenever that happens it brings in like people who aren't following you, and yeah, there's some not so nice comments and like arguments happening on that post, but that's just what happens, I guess. Anyways, loving that, and I'm really excited for when it starts doing something so that I can give you guys an update. I do have more. I'm going to be setting up more of my thickly poles, so yeah, you'll probably be seeing more of them in upcoming videos. But so far, like, my first impression is 10 out of 10. I think it just looks so clean and so nice. And then the second item that I just quickly wanted to talk about, I actually have not even used yet, so it's not like I don't know if I can consider it as a favorite, but I'm really excited to use it, and I guess this will be like a little haul moment. Okay, it's all coming out of here. I'll show you. This is how it came to me. So I ordered some of the Arca trellises from Propagation Diaries, and I'll link these things down in the description if you're interested. Full disclosure, the thickly poles were gifted to me. Bless. But these I purchased on my own. Someone actually posted them in my Discord chat, and I was like, oh, like, those are gorge. And I've seen people, I'm not sure if by this brand, but I've definitely seen people have similar trellises in their plants. Anyways, I decided to pick up a few, as you can see. Okay, so I'll just show you the ones that I got. I got 5 of them, and I guess I'll show you the colors. So I got this one, which I think is the medium size, and it's just in clear. No idea what plant I'm going to use that for. I think the smaller ones are definitely going to be for Hoya. Maybe the bigger one will too. I'm not really sure. Although, you know what would be cool on this? Maybe like my Piper. That would look like really ethereal on a clear trellis. That just came to mind. Maybe I'll do that. Anyways, I think that these ones are going to be for my Hoya, and I have a couple Hoya in mind. Okay, so I got a couple small ones in like the rainbow reflective color, which was my favorite, but they didn't, or like my top pick that I kind of wanted, but they didn't have the rainbow in like this. I think this is just the original size. They were sold out of that one, so I got the blue, obviously, because I love blue. Wish I would have gotten more than one of the blue because I really like this, so I'll probably be picking up more. But yeah, that's the blue, and then I just got a clear in the original size. So yeah, I've got a few new exciting trellises, and I've never used anything like this. This is like, who am I? These are such like clean, like chic, modern, planty accessories, which is like not 100% my vibe, but I do think that these are gonna look really cute, like scattered in, especially the rainbow ones, because we do have the whole rainbow vibe happening, you know? And then they just send some plant clips as like a little bonus with those too, which is really cute. Anyways, I think that is going to be it for today's video. Let's all just really hope that I get back on track and I can start posting consistently again, and I can start vlogging again. I miss vlogging so much. I feel like I've just like abandoned my vlog channel, and vlogs are some of my favorite videos to make. So I'm really hoping to get back into that and just get back into my groove, you know? So yeah, thank you all for being here. I really, really appreciate it, and I know that I have sucked at responding to comments lately, and I am sorry for that. But just know that I do see them and I do appreciate them so much. So yeah, just thank you for being here and for supporting me. I hope that you all are doing well and have had a good summer. I sincerely do hope that, and I do care about all of you. So yeah, just sending all of the good vibes out there to you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!
Try